So we had an almost first, and then there was a Dio who was there. Hi, Jason, and Arrow, and Deadpoolio, and Larkin. All of you guys are here. Hi. How are you doing? Well, bam. We're here. And guess what? My tablet's not trying to upload a bajillion things to the drive. But now it's doing a weird thing that is trying to upload my desktop, and now it's trying to apply it to my PC. So I have to figure out why. I have to figure out where the setting is for that. But hello, Discord be funky. Still kind of might be. You haven't had dinner, but the cat has. Now you're at her mercy. As you guys saw, if you saw over on Instagram, I had my dinner. I had,
And his name is John C.
Thank you, Daniel! Oh, I didn't log into there yet. For the children. What did I have for dinner? Oh, I had cheese ravioli with, it was with, what was it? It was like a creamy cheese-based sauce with tomatoes and roasted red pepper. I feel like, oh, and then like some like lemon zest, lemon juice, you know, that stuff. So, and then these two are doing their thing. Hey, Candy, your sister was just relaxing. Why are we doing this already? Yeah, I'm asking you a question. You want over? He's looking at something. Wait, what? Skip for now. WTF into it. Anyways. Yeah, so I had that for dinner. It's really, really tasty. I'm glad I was able to make it pretty quickly. So, you see cats. You do see cats. They are there. I'm trying to, what I might need is, I need a tripod, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think I have, actually no, I might have one. I have to see if I can dig it out or find it first. But I got another little, another little small light, but I wanted to at least put it where it can backlight over to Freya's bed, just because I've been trying to not use my overhead lights, because my overhead lights I'm just meh on right now. So so it's been dark back there just because we don't have light for those guys, but they're there. Hello, sir. Hi. How you guys doing? Doing good? You gonna come over? Yeah. You ready with super lame dad jokes? Alrighty, Deadpoolio, we're ready. What made us smile today? Oh, let's see here, Arrow. What made us smile? I think I figured out how to get this little guy to eat more. He seems to want to eat his food on the floor. So I'm gonna start seeing if I can try and feed him kind of similar to how I feed Freya, where I put the food out for him when he comes to get my attention for food, and then he seems to eat a lot more in one sitting right now, so I'm hoping that's a good thing. So I did get him scheduled though for the vet beginning of the year, so he will go in. They're gonna do, it's not necessarily like a dental cleaning, but it's like a dental appointment still, just to get imaging done, just to see if there's anything going on underneath his gums or anything within his teeth itself. So he's gonna have that done, and then since he's gonna be sedated, they're gonna go ahead and do his blood panel, and then we're also gonna do an FIP, FELV, and heartworm, I think might be the other one. Just do some testing for that, just to make sure he doesn't have those. His mom was initially tested and she was negative, but there's still a small chance that the kittens can still be positive. So, and I guess there's times that the moms can be, they pop up negative on that test, but then they're actually positive, and it just kind of depends on like the timing of when they would have contracted or gotten sick with it. So that's got that all scheduled. Gonna start my new year off putting myself definitely into some credit card debt with that, but I'm like, you know what? It's for the baby. Gotta make sure my baby boy is all good, so. Was that you, Larkin? Yes. Thank you, Larkin. But yeah. And thank you so much for that sub, Daniel. I was in the middle of getting our books together, and then I got chatting, and then on top of it, then QuickBooks was like, hey, there's all this other stuff going on. I'm like, yeah, I don't, not right now. But you hired someone to redo your heating. Oh, are you gonna, is it like redo your heating, like swapping from like a water heater to, or no, water heater is just hot water, but like, are you switching to something that's more like environmentally friendly? I'm trying to like energy saver kind of stuff. Oh, Jason, let's hear. What do Italians use when they get indigestion? Pesto Bismol. Hey, it probably works though with all the oil. Arrow, my day wasn't too bad. It was, it was mostly work. I did get a workout in this morning, which was nice. And got some chores done. I got one of my meals already cooked for next week, and that's that's the ravioli that I had dinner for tonight. I also got myself caught up on my daily sales entries for all of February. So all I have to do, I even did the reconciling for that. So now all I have to do is just work on the month-end adjustment journal entry. And then I should be solid there. And then I just have March and April left. But February went pretty freaking smooth. So I'm hoping that March and April are going to be the same, and that if I was able to knock that out in a day, I'll be able to do the same for the other two. So Larkin, oh, you know what? I was hoping I would have started 30 minutes ago. I really did, but I was letting myself just take my time. And so, all right, real quick, so we got biddies from Daniel. Okay, I don't care about, oh God, for anyone who uses QuickBooks, they're switching to this like new modern view with reports and such, and I hate it because they're trying to like give you all these abilities to like group and filter and like custom create your report in a kind of different user interface way. I don't like it because I can't get certain columns to go away. I can't get certain columns to show up. They don't hold just for a default view. And so I just fucking hate it. I prefer my classic view because it is at least just plain and simple easy. Like, doesn't need to be that freaking complicated. All right, here we go. Copy. And we're on the 15th, perfect. But anyways, that's been my gripe with QuickBooks lately. And especially because then I'm also dealing with it at work. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Like, this is, no. Whoever, like, the people making these decisions are getting paid so much more than me. And I'm like, you're making dumb decisions. Like, you clearly don't use this to the same degree. Let's see here. And that was a sub from you, Daniel. So let's go ahead and get that in. Thank you guys for helping out so much this month as well. I was looking at numbers the other night, and at least in just everything that you guys have done, you have already contributed, and especially counting Daniel's subscription just now, as well as the biddies. I think we'll be at $100 just from all of your guys' support. And we're only like halfway through the month, which is, you know, not too bad. Candy. What are you doing there, buddy? I kind of heard that. What's going on? Also, I just remembered that Gandhi had a hairball this morning. Poor little boy. He doesn't have hairballs very often. I think he's only had 2 so far, like all together. But it's still one of those things. It's like, oh. Freya doesn't get hairballs though, so I know it's not her for the most part. Ooh. I'm getting distracted. My AR. Oh my god, she got gingerbread nails. That's so cute. Alright, so we got Daniel's stuff in. There we go. And then, yes, and it's now also discounted subs this month. And I think that's for the rest of this month. So, you know, if you guys want to hop in and get some extra subs or something while they're a little bit cheaper, I don't take any of the hit, so that gives us the full amount. And Twitch is the one that is taking the discount in that area on their portion. Jason, you're installing a heat pump to replace the furnace. Ooh, and AC, nice. Arrow, you've had a rough day. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. And it's Ralph, a gamer girl. Nice. I don't know what you're talking about. What's a gamer girl? What is this? I've been wearing this new little cropped sweater, by the way, all week because this is supposed to be like something that's supposed to be like evening cozy stuff. So I wear a lot of that during the week. But it's so cozy and sleeping in it is so nice. QuickBooks isn't that quick or very good at keeping books. Depends on how you're using it. Like I don't have too many issues. It's just it's stuff that they're trying to change. Is that you, Sterling? That sounds like Sterling. That's Sterling. Sterling, has been forever since you used that sound. Hello, hello, friend. How you doing? Yeah, Daniel. By making it easier, heavy air quotes on the easier. They've made it more complicated. I will totally agree on that. And that's the one thing I would even say with like Microsoft. Microsoft is also just become notorious with that, is that they're like, well, we made it easier. And it's like, No, you really didn't, because now there's 3 different locations to try and find sound settings, and each area has like 1 or 2 different settings that you can't find on the other 2 screens. And somehow that's supposed to make things easier. But no. You need to make where everything is in 1 spot, not 3, 1. Oh no, your phone updated and they changed the font. Oh no, that would drive me nuts. Yes, the cats are cradling in the back. They're a little hard to see because I don't have very good of lighting back there. And it's fine. Because you know what? We'll eventually get something figured out to get them their own special lighting. And then I don't have to use the overhead lights. Gandhi in his own hair. I know. YouTube changed the font on their video titles, so and you just rolled over to Windows 11 at work. Discord is apparently fucked up. Cats and dogs living together. Oh my god. Yeah, just one more reason why I don't want to go to Windows 11. Also, when will QuickBooks sponsor my stream? You know, they really should. They probably don't have somebody who's like doing their books live during stream. Something didn't look right. I was looking at something and it was like, wait a second. I need to get Sterling in here though with him coming in with biddies. Thank you for those biddies, friend. That's not what I wanted. There we go. And then Avengers theme, perfect. No, and okay, here's the other thing that's happened with QuickBooks and like as they're like modifying everything is that if you've selected like a portion of text in like your description or something like that and you're planning to like type over it or like delete it out, blah blah, I've been noticing that even though I'll select that and then if I go to like Control C or if I try like do backspace, it deletes the whole thing because at some point it suddenly decides to select the entire field and I'm just like, that's not what I told you to do. And yeah, that's been happening ever since they've been working on this UI change. That is like, I feel like somebody didn't really do it. You know what it probably is they haven't done thorough testing before releasing, and they're trying to release anyways because they're trying to like meet some kind of deadline to be like done by and to quote unquote like meet an expectation for customers. I would say this is a dumb expectation that they've been messing up on. Is that's, oh, okay, good. I was just like, whoa, how is this number so big? Oh, you learned how to disable Bing search in the start menu? Yes. Yes, there is a way to do that. I know there's a way to do it in 10. I'm sure there's gotta be a way in 11 because they obviously had to do it because they know people will get pissed. People who know what they're doing, they would be pissed if they were forced otherwise. And a woo gamer girl? Oh, woo. What's that? It's just mental health brain stuff. And it's just being in the dumps. I'm sorry about that, Arrow. We've all been there, so we can all commiserate with you on that. A girl who plays games, of course. Put that cough in a jar and sell it to me. Let's get some Belle Delphine. That's Belle Delphine who did the bath water, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just let me sell my coughs. Yeah, Microsoft wants to kill Control Panel, but they can't cause too much. Can't cause too much is hard-coded. I know, right? And I'm like, just let Control Panel, let Control Panel exist. Because that is literally like a working brain for your whole system. Gandy looks like he's up to no good. When is he? When is he not up to no good? You have Windows 11 on your Surface and it's not bad, but 10, yeah. Like, I've seen, like, some people do well with Windows 11, and I'm like, that's encouraging. But then I talk more with people who are more familiar with Windows or just computers in general, and they're like, yeah, Windows 11 is still a nightmare. Like, so I feel like Windows 11 works well for people who aren't as in-depth literate when it comes to the computers. What are we beating tonight? We're actually gonna work on our design first, and you guys will be so surprised, let me tell you. You saw, oh, how was that? Boy and the Heron. There were only 6 people over at the IMAX showing? Really? I mean, like, that's nice that you only had to deal with like 6 other people in the theater. That's not too bad, but dang, that's not encouraging for IMAX. But I've heard really good things on Boy and the Heron. Good things, and also just a lot of people really confused because I guess the story is a little bit more convoluted. It's not one of the more straightforward stories. But oh my god, all of the Robert Pattinson memes that have come out of it though because of his voice work. I've been loving it. And especially I totally understand why everyone's like getting behind him on it, because they're like, you don't even recognize his voice. It's literally not just him copying and pasting his voice into something, which obviously is why Chris Pratt is in hot water, is because it's literally like you did nothing. There was no character development. There was no effort in trying to like develop the character. It was just, we just want your voice, and that's boring. And it makes me giggle too, because that was my whole thing with Vic Mignogna, was that when he started getting popularity and notoriety for his characters through his voice acting, you could tell he went from developing characters and then just selling his own voice. And that was, it was selling. People wanted his voice, so he just did his own voice. And then, of course, we have all the other issues that fell into that place as well. But I lost all respect for him when he really stopped trying to come up with new voices and new characters. You will say that there are things you shouldn't have to live with in Windows 11, but you have to. Oh no. Yeah, Amaranth did do a jar thing too. And Ralph, you thought QuickBooks was for ebooks for a time. You know, with the name of QuickBooks, I could see that. That is totally valid. Oh, yeah, he was totally up to no good. And now he's behaving. That's good. It was gorgeous, whimsical, and the score might be Hisashi's best. Yeah, I've heard really, really, really good things on the score. I'm just blessed to be allowed to be here among you hacking cooties. How's that for you, Arrow? Boy and the Heroine. Oh dear. It's a shame there are people who voice act for a living. Yeah, it's not like that's an actual career. And Sean, hello! How has your week been? Did you have a good time at work? Good things at work? Happy to be home for the week now? Or the weekend? You saw it subbed and they have both versions at, oh, okay, so they have both subbed and dubbed. Yeah, I would probably want to go and see subbed. That is definitely quickie books. And Moxie, you're awake, but at what cost? You know, that's gonna be a tough choice there, buddy. What are quickie books? It's when you just need a quick booking. You just need a quick journal entry. Aw, thank you, Arrow. You hate when they cast A-listers rather than actual voice actors? Yeah, Jason. Yeah, there's some actors I can understand, like, why they chose the voice, like, why they chose the actor in general. And then there's the other ones that you're like, you're just literally just wanting to toss a bunch of A-listers on here to get, like, a bunch of people to come, and that's how you think it's gonna work. Not always, no. Much better than last week. That's good. You're glad to be home for the weekend because it's been a busy week. And Ponyo is adorable, but I need to see the new one. Yes, Sean, we were just talking about Boy and the Heron. Jason went and saw it subbed recent, just Wednesday, and went and saw it in IMAX, and there was only like 6 other people in the theater for IMAX. That's crazy. You've tried and you have only liked one Miyazaki and it was Ponyo, yeah. So not even something that was 100%. Yeah, although Ponyo is like way closer to traditional Little Mermaid lore. Yeah, Phil Hartman as Gigi was a good choice. I do like Phil Hartman as Gigi. All right. Shall we see what we're gonna be working on for drafting up a design? Are you ready? Are you ready to be shocked and surprised? Yes, Sterling! I'm excited. Sterling's coming up and we're gonna hang out tomorrow, and I really need it because I got a bit stressed during work today over some things, but we're gonna hang out and it's gonna make everything better. All right, here's the shock and awe, you guys. Well, bam! I know. Who would have guessed that we would be designing a shield of all things? What? America! Fuck yeah! It was pretty bad last week, mainly just because you had that week. That's right. And then it was just a lot of disappointments for events. That is fair. Very, very fair. The outtakes are wild and raunchy. Oh, I totally missed Daniel's comment, too. Casting for a name on a poster, not good. Casting because they were the best fit, that's fine. Like Robin Williams... They've gotten a VA to do Genie, sure, but they, yeah, exactly, like, and that's how I feel like if it is an A-lister, when it makes sense that it's like, yeah, like they really are the most fit for this role, yeah, I don't care, but just doing it to throw names on to try and get like attention on your movie because it's like, oh, it's all these like famous people. That just because that happened, but voice acting is a skill too. The outtakes are wild and raunchy. Oh my god, yes. Especially, I did not realize to the degree of Robin Williams' humor with his comedy specials until I got into college, and it was like, you know, early days of YouTube, and so people were like uploading comedy specials and all that fun jazz, you know, no big deals. And you end up like stumbling across, like you see like, oh, Robin Williams, like stand-up comedy, yeah, this sounds good, like I like him. And then you watch it and you're like, oh my god, this is so raunchy. And it's one of those like coming to Jesus moments that, wow, these people have adult lives. That was, yep. That's America's ass. You know what we need? And I actually, Maybe what I need to... Ooh, Sterling. I have an idea for Jason. Our friend Jason Meets, who has done our Cat for Kids illustrations and logos. So what we need to do... I got this photo at DragonCon, and it's basically... It's a photo of Sterling's ass. Not surprised. But, Straylight is there in Rocket and is like standing next to Sterling's ass and is like this very comical photo. And we need Jason to draw that. And then I can, if he's cool with it, then I can take it and then I can beat it. And then you guys could buy America's ass and support children. Sean, yeah, it turns out your uncle passed away last week from cancer. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. During the work week, you had to go to it. Yeah. Did you at least, were you able to get, oh god, what is it called? It's a type of PTO, for, like, funerals. Grievance? It's kind of like a grievance PTO. The outtakes to Aladdin are hysterical. Yeah, and Robin Williams humor is a lot. It is. Yeah, like, and I only grew up with him knowing of him as, like, Genie. So then to be like, oh, there's a lot more to... Or, like, and I don't think I had ever really connected Robin Williams between, like, Genie and Mrs. Doubtfire, and some of the other movies I'm now forgetting that I watched when I was a kid. But, like, I never really connected him across those. Yeah, and then there's some VAs who are not A-listers who don't even bother changing their voice. Yep, Larkin. And I do have a general issue with most of those voice actors. Unless, like, they seem pretty legitimately cool. And then I'm like, okay, I'll give you a pass. But for the most part, I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, you can buy that ass for the children. Exactly! Oh, yeah, what did Jason make recently? Oh, Sean, throat cancer. Oh. That, I just hear how awful that one is. But yes, you're right. He's at peace now, and that's the good part. Yeah, fuck cancer. Agreed. You remember Mork and Mindy, Robin Williams first? Oh my god, yeah, see, and I didn't even grow up with Mork and Mindy. But I just know of Mork and Mindy. Yeah, that's right. Jack and Hook and Flubber now. Yes. So that's like, yeah, that's my childhood right there. All right. So I'm hoping I might, see, this is going to be kind of the hard part, is I can't always get shadowing on the reds, but maybe I'll do the shadowing on the silver. Is what I'm thinking I'm gonna go for, so. Oh my god, that's so much fun! So you guys should click or tap on the link that Sterling posted in chat. This is it's like a winter themed Christmas Captain America for the charity. That's adorable. Oh my god, yeah. I didn't see Dead Poets Society until middle school. And by that point I had started like kind of connecting him across things. But then that was the first time I saw him in like a serious role. Teens was Hook and Jack and Aladdin. Yeah, I was like, gosh, I want to say I was like maybe like 9 or 10 when Hook came out. Are you a Hunters, my bean? Let me get you. I'm trying to trick Freya into eating her own food. It's not easy though, because she's just like come right back here and now she's like, yo, that was not cool. 1 hour photo? I've never heard of that one. Oh my god, yeah, his special appearance on Who's Line, that was, oh my god. That's an episode you cannot, like, you can't top that. Alrighty, so let's see. I want to try something I've never done necessarily. I may just be like reinventing my own wheel for no necessary reason. Oh wait, you know what? I have a brick red, but it's a matte. I feel like it might not work as well. Deadpoolia's got a, let's see here. Deadpoolia's got a joke here. Okay. Why don't you ever see Santa at the hospital? He has private elf care. Is it better than ours? It's probably better than ours, right? Oh yeah, that's right. And then he was also Popeye. Let's see here, which one was this? Now I remember how that one went. I was like, how did this joke go again? That was a good one. Yeah, all healthcare is better than ours. Where's the lie? There is none. I don't think I like doing it that way. I feel like I'm just reinventing unnecessary work. Okay, there we go. So as long as I've got probably having it pretty symmetrical. So let me Okay, so 1, 2, yeah, perfect. And then we're gonna do 2, then 1, and 2 more. Sterling likes Deadpoolio's joke. Sterling, you've been missing out on some good jokes from Deadpoolio the last couple nights. Jason, you must break the rule to go get food. Oh no. Are you removing the cat from your lap? That you do, Sterling. Sterling loves puns. You can make his day with a good pun. It doesn't even have to be a good pun. It just has to be a pun. Let's at least just start by cleaning up just this first bit that I've got. Sterling, do you want to get, because I know we were talking a little bit off stream about possibly getting carbs, or at least I asked if you want to go get carbs, but if we do you have anywhere specifically in mind, or like any specific food in mind? Because I know that you're gonna, since you got your plans before coming over, that you may end up eating food during those plans. That if you want to do something that's more like a snack or something, we can. You're looking at Robin's IMDb and it's been almost 10 years. Oh my god, no way. Yeah, and Jim Carrey. I grew up on Jim Carrey too. And yeah, Larkin. Larkin's like, don't forget about me. I love puns. I tell all the puns that you do, Larkin. How have you been doing, by the way, Larkin? Because I don't think we've had you in... Yeah, we haven't had you in stream for a little while. So you must be busy. I hope it's a good busy. You've been rubbing off on Deadpoolio. He's been getting your pun power. Or did he steal it from you? Oh, you had trouble hearing me. Oh, I'm sorry. You were asking what we should... Yeah, if you had something specific in mind, to grab and eat tomorrow? Because I know you're gonna probably be eating before you come over, and so I didn't know if there was like maybe like a snack food that you'd want to get afterwards, or something, or maybe like something for dinner, or like an early dinner. It'd be more like that. Taco Bell. Morgan's like, you want Taco Bell? I mean, it is doable. Yeah, 10 years next year, which is, yeah, it doesn't feel that long. Hopefully not, hopefully not in a fun way. Deadpool, yes, it's in a fun way. You know it's in a fun way. Probably do a dinner, an early dinner. Okay. Yeah. I'll think on some places then. You know who else is doable? Cap's ass. Cap's ass is totally doable, right? I'm just like waiting for a response. I'll look back down and I'll just focus on my coloring right now. I feel like maybe it's just I need to like, let's see here, let's go to the eraser real quick. Yeah, so there's our eraser tool. That's fine. Like, okay, so it's a block. Smoothing. Can I put that to 0? That, I think, works better. Oh, that's smoothing options though. Okay. That's a block. Pencil? Oh, that's right. Pencil's gonna be not what I want. Please don't do anything to America's ass. It's too late now, buddy. Too late, Sterling. Larkin, you want to say that you've been busy just slowly moving your desk space for more leg room. Oh, nice. The no use. Sean, you're getting sleepy, so you go get some sleep, Sean. Thanks for being able to pop in. I'm glad that this week was a little bit better than last week. And you get some sleep, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday, since we'll be on playing some Stray that day. And hopefully I'll have most of my chore stuff done. like finished up tomorrow. So then that would mean that we should be hopefully able to start our stream up closer to like late morning, afternoon, like I prefer it to be. But we'll see. But yes, you go get yourself some sleep though. You deserve it. I always recommend sleep. Sleep is the best. I'm pretty sure Moxie popped in and then went back to bed. Is what I'm thinking is what happened. That or Ralph might be on and Moxie might be hanging out with Ralph. Let me check. I gotta see if I need to snoop. Let's see. Nope, Ralph's not on, so okay. So yeah, I think Moxie's just sleeping. Ads to Pulio, no! You should be around for that. Excellent, Sean. And hopefully you'll be more awake. Yes, hopefully that would be the hopeful case. And you're back. Welcome back from the ads, Deadpoolio. I'm back. I'm Larkin. Or I'm back. I'm Larkin. The non-stop, never-ending. Hi. I'm new. I don't think we'll finish the design tonight, but we'll see how far we get. I think once we at least get this first ring done though, that should make it easier for getting the rest pieced together. Really? That was unnecessary. I was erasing and then it decided that nope. You're actually not using that side of the eraser. Gotta love technology sometimes. It'd be weird. Who got timed out? Deadpool. Well, I'm a Libra, just saying. What? Dinner's tomato soup and grilled chicken. Oh, yummy. You may have had to ask Chef Mike for some last minute help at melting the cheese. But your grilled cheese method is weird. Ah, let's see. I know there's a that's what she said joke somewhere here. What? Deadpool, you're just like, yeah, I deserved it at some point. You've been waiting for that ban. You've been waiting for somebody to hit you with a ban. Although you got hit with the timeout, but that's close enough. We don't want to ban you necessarily. We just want to time you out for humor's sake. Who knows? Wait, no, that's fine. Erase, erase, erase. Ba-doop. Look at that. Yeah. You were born band. You were born in the band. The band was born in you. Yeah, Beboop is like 3-time combo. Beboop, go home, you're drunk. Speaking of drunk, I finally poured myself some of the absinthe that Voxy gave me. It's okay. Yeah, it's just okay. It smelled really good before I had some sips of it. But it's not, I've had better absinthe. This one just, the flavor's just not. And you know what? I wonder if it has to do with, I guess there's wormwood in it? I wonder if it's the wormwood that is just like, not what I'm jiving with. I don't think I've had wormwood before, but it makes me wonder if that's what it is. You have absinthe, it's fine. I probably won't get another bottle. Yeah, right? It's one of those, like, you don't really need to buy a whole lot because it can last you quite a while. The Neho tequila you have is amazing. Ooh. If I did tequila, like, more, I really only do it when it's in, like, a mixed drink. And since I don't do mixed drinks myself because I am lazy and I don't need another thing to, like, add to my kitchen utensils, I wouldn't drink it as much. And that's where, at least with, like, the absinthe, I was like, well, that's at least, like, not as much necessary for that. But it's okay. It's not the best. You think bandness is your ally? You merely adopted the band. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then, it was nothing to me but blinding. Dipulio, you need to have that saved for yourself to tell everybody. That should be the epilogue of your next band autobio. Yeah! There we go. You're gonna be at BRB, you need to go finish watching Barbie. Go finish watching Barbie! I love Barbie. Barbie's fun. Anejo. 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 When it comes to liquors, I prefer chartreuse, but it's really hard to find. And thank you, I don't know how to type most accents or dialects. Yeah, I don't do as well either. Unless if I'm on like a phone, I can do it with phones because they've made that very simple. When it comes to computers, not as much. I remember I supposedly, like, so we did have like a day we were supposed to learn how to get it to work in French class when I was in middle school. And the teacher gave us instructions on how to use like the control keys and everything. And it still never worked for me. And I was like, what is this bullshit? And to this day, it's still about the same. What is this bullshit? Why is it that it just doesn't want to work for me? I'm trying to be, you know, a proper student of another language and to use their dialect and their grammar properly, but does the keyboard and the computer want me to? No. It does not. Hi. Sorry, I've been lurking. You didn't say hi. You've been playing WoW. Oh my god. And wow, a ghost. Who was that one? That was Sterling. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Sterling, for the 25 beaties. What? I have a back pop that will not pop. You know how that goes, right? Yes, without a doubt. Totally. Absolutely. Oh, you know what? Let's see here. I was just thinking. Sterling, your Avenger sound. Did I fix that properly? No, hang on. There we go. Save and close that. Or actually, let's just save that one. And then we're gonna copy that. I heard a candy. Hi. What's up? What would you like, sir? Do you want food? Let me go see if the little boy wants some food. Are you hungry? You didn't bring me anything. What do you need? It's not food, because he didn't even eat Freya's food, which has been sitting out, so I don't think it's food. Devulio, what'd you say about my mama? I know. Hello, Freebean. Hello, sir. I wonder if they're specifically wanting treats. Hi, Bean. Moxie, you've gained full consciousness now. That's good. Hang on, I'm gonna move over here because the cats are being a whole thing. Hi. But yeah, so Gandy doesn't want food. I'm pretty sure they're wanting a feeding frenzy is what it's coming down to. Not surprised either. Moxie's on top of it. Thank you, Moxie. Do we want to do a jerky, freeze-dried salmon, or squeezy treat? Larkin, never happened with me in French class growing up because we didn't go to the computers during French class. It was handwritten all the time. Yeah, that was the one thing. We normally did handwritten in French class, but that was like the one time our teacher wanted us to learn how to type. And that was the only time we got to practice. And I was like, wow, this sucks. But Moxie has gained full consciousness. Hello, Moxie. You had strings, but now you're free. You got no strings on you. Moxie, I got you, fam. my other side. They're waiting. Squeezy treat. Alrighty, it's that one. It sounds perfect. Squeezy treat is Gandy's favorite, so I think he will be extra thrilled. Yeah, clearly. Clearly he's extra thrilled. He's already jumped up. Okay. Ooh, I'm staticky. Trying to get Freya out from the far side of the desk. Alright. There we go. Yeah, they're both very eager. Are you guys gonna come over? Good boy, Dandy. Sister's turn. Good girl, Frey Bean. Good job. All right. Good boy. Sister's turn. He is a long boy. Hey, we need to share with your sister. Okay, Gandy. He's just sitting on his butt. Oh, there we go. There you guys go. Good job! Is that what you needed? You just needed squeezy treat? Yeah. A yard of cat in the yard of cats. God, yeah. Like, you're okay. There's no need to huff. You want it stretchy? Like, look at this boy. Ugh. He's so stretchy. Candy is like, no share, only mine. Yeah, that he is. How we doing there, Frey Bean? You all good? Frey is like, you put him down, that means you're gonna pick me up. No. she was right on the money. You guys good now? Yeah. I was trying to also pop my back while I was doing that because my back is in dire need of popping apparently. Yeah, an absolute unit. They both are. Although Gandy's still underweight, so hopefully we can get him back up to weight and not have him struggling to maintain it. No more beading. Hold me all night. Yeah, we just turn into, you know, chatting and cat stream. You need clips of both babies bottle feeding with their ears going. Oh my god, that would be adorable. Yeah, just catting. All right. If you still need poppings tomorrow, I can help. Thank you, Sterling. That will be very helpful. I will take you up on that completely. Okay, now. There we go. I was like, I'm in the mood to have my leg up on the desk in a weird way. No, not that way. This way. There we go. Thank you, Lurkin. Sammy, look, is getting her back blown out. I thought this... I'm looking to get her back blown out. It is a wholesome pussy stream. That's just part of it. Also, did you already show off your nails? Oh, no, I didn't. I got new nails the other night. 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago. I forgot. I gotta show you guys. So before I had like the blue nails with the snowflake, and then I didn't go in with the design. I was just like, you know what? I want nails that are kind of festive, but also like, I want them more like birthday-esque, like birthday nails kind of stuff. And my only requirement was like that, and then I wanted gold, and then I glitter. Those were my 3 things, really. And so my tech, what he came up with was, he was just like, let's just go, like, we'll go simple, and we're just gonna do like that cherry red with a gold glitter ombre from the tip down. And so they're very pretty. They make me happy. My nails make me very happy. Just because they're fun. And then we did, so this is the finger that my nail is eventually going to fall off of. It is being held on by like a small spot on my bed, on my nail bed. And so he did get the old acrylic off, and we put on a new acrylic. And then I've just been, this is what I've been doing pretty much the entire time, is that if I'm doing certain things, I am putting a Band-Aid on to try and prevent myself from accidentally like lifting my nail up or from banging my nail side to side. So I'm using the Band-Aid to help support the nail bed. And so yeah, so I've just been doing Band-Aids a lot lately. It's been really helpful because Sterling got me a shit ton of Band-Aids the other year when he was needing to use up his FSA budget. And he got me a shit ton of Band-Aids, and they've been very helpful. I need to get my legs up in a weird way, which is why my back needs to be cracked. Yeah. That's exactly how it's working. Well, now I'm sitting a little bit more normal, which is I'm at least like my legs crossed. esque. I say esque because it's not like traditional crossing, but it's been just really helpful since I got new pairs of compression socks too, that now when I sit at my desk, whether it's for stream or if it's for work on Fridays or playing games or whatever, the blood doesn't like pool and collect down in my ankles and my calves. So it's been so nice to not have that happening again, because it's no fun. You're sore very fast, very quickly, and then it hurts to walk for a while. Crisscross applesauce, exactly. Crisscross applesauce. Supreme focus to erase this extra color in areas I don't need it. That's not supposed to happen, but it happens now and again. There you go. There we go. All right. Now let's see how we're looking. Okay. So not too bad. I do have areas I need to get more red in up on that top half. So let's definitely go that spot, this spot. We can definitely that spot. 3, 2, 3. That's going in. Let's get that one. Just thinking how that's gonna look. Let's also get this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Put those 3 in. You got the platinum trophy on Spider-Man 2. Nice, congratulations. You've had the game for about a week and a half. It was fairly easy, but satisfying platinum. That's good. That is very encouraging. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I was, Daniel was talking to a friend on Facebook that, they had also they had platinumed as well, and they had been, I think they had still been playing after platinum, and so Daniel had asked them, like, so what else is there to do? Thank you for the hydrate, Larkin. It is appreciated. I'm kind of almost like, maybe... So, like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm trying to think, I'm like, okay, if this was to mimic similarly, we don't do that. Two, three, four, five. Okay. There we go. Oh, you want me to speedrun my drink, Larkin? Or are you speedrunning? Are you talking about speedrunning Spider-Man? There is patrolling New York to do. Oh, okay, yeah, so you just patrol around New York. Back to losing consciousness, working 4 hours, sleeping in 3. Plenty of time for a quick 3-hour nap. Moxie, you're excellent at doing that. You do that. You get yourself a quick 3-hour nap. Is that Gandhi I hear? Hi, sir. What's up? What you doing? You just coming to hang out? What's that? Yeah. Nothing. There's nothing interesting up here? Okay. That's absolutely fine. You can get down. So much. I love my babies. They're too cute. He's been extra snuggly lately too, and I don't know if it's just because part of it is he's not actually feeling well, and if it's like related to his weight loss and such. But he is precious and adorable, and I'm just making sure that he's eating and that he is having all of his needs met right now. And then he's got his appointment in a few weeks. So that should be all good. Was that a little man's? That was a little man's. And twin! I know, poor little guy. Twin! Okay, so twin. I found out today, I think he's having a preference of where he wants to eat his food right now. So he likes eating it when I have it on the ground versus leaving it up on the countertop, and I wonder if it's like he can at least see around himself a lot better when he's on the ground, and he has like a better view of everything around him, whereas if it's up on the counter, he's like feeling more exposed or something. So I'm gonna see if trying to just like give him food in a way that I give Freya food, see if that works better, because he sits and eats longer when the food is left out like that. So, but I can't leave the food out, like leave it out like that, because Freya will eat it, and Freya does not need kitten food. And so I'm hoping that'll help him at least put his weight back on, but he's at least gonna get a dental, and we'll have images taken to see if he's got any issues to be worried about with his teeth. And if not, then cool. He may just have some other thing going on, but yeah, so. But he's doing good otherwise. He's just being all cuddles. Speed running Spider-Man. You can speed run your drink as well. Oh. Speed running absinthe though? No. God, if I ever meet somebody who decides to just like chug absinthe, I'm gonna be like, what is wrong with you? Like, I like my absinthe chugging it? Mm-mm. No. No, no, no. Especially because absinthe has just like a very distinct black licorice flavor that it's almost like if you were to try and chug like peppermint schnapps or something, or Jägermeister, because if I remember correctly, Jägermeister is also peppermint. It's like if you were to try and chug those, that is just like, ugh, gross. No, thank you. I could see like somebody doing it if they're drunk enough, because they're just that far gone though. But other than that, like, no, please don't. How are you doing, twin? How's your man doing? Sterling, we need to get you over to Turbo's place to go meet Fib. Like, Gandhi is, like, you think Gandhi is a little floof monster? Fib is a whole nother story. He's running on the cat wheel. Oh my god. I want to get a cat wheel, but I'm not sure where I would put it. Also, do you like the cat wheel that you got? Because the one thing I'm always worried about with some of the cat wheels online is that they're more on the poorly made side, and so then they come off, like the track comes off the wheels on the stand, and yeah. Like, I'm already guaranteed to know it's gonna make a bunch of noise, but I would love to see if Gandhi would be interested in running on it. Because then he could just, like, run, and he could just keep running. Visiting Fibs is a must. I think Straylight also needs to visit Fibs, too. We're gonna turn at all? We're gonna zoom. Alright, There we go. They're likely all poorly made. This one seems flimsy, but Fib is big and holding it up just fine. Okay. Yeah, because that's the one thing is, like, I look at all of them, and depending on, like, the materials and then seeing, like, reviews from other people, I'm just like, this just looks and sounds like a poorly made wheel. And the only reason why they're so expensive is it's because of, most times it's the shipping. Because they're like, oh, well, like, we're shipping a giant full-size wheel, which that's a lot. That's gonna be like unusual package shape. It's a large volume, so it's gonna be pricier because it's gonna be calculating based off the volume of the box. And then I just like see stories of like the wheels just are kind of mediocre. And I remember I was watching, who was it? It's a YouTuber couple that they do like home improvement projects. They love doing resin projects. I can't remember their name right now. But for their cat, they got their cat, they actually, no, they didn't even get, they made their cat a wheel. And it was just because of the number of the wheels that you can buy pre-made are just flimsy. But his weight is holding it, so that's that is interesting. Yes, we do. We'll probably have a repeat of them seeing each other, and I have a feeling it'll be Gandhi who hisses again. But hopefully Fib does not run into a wall. We don't need Fib getting a bloody nose. Yeah, that is the other thing I've been seeing is there's now the wheels that you can get that come in disassembled parts. So it helps on the shipping amounts. But then, like, I see how they're pieced together. I'm like, it's okay. But it's even when it's pieced together, it's like, it's flimsy. But I also am like, part of me is like, I don't want to spend too much money on something that Gandhi's not going to use. So I'm just hesitant on trying to find something. But I know, like, if it's something that's pretty solid and sturdy, that if he does end up using it, then it's going to be like, oh, good. He's using it probably because it's solid and sturdy. I don't think he would use it as much if it's flimsy, but I could be wrong. He's a cat. Some cats don't care. Maybe your cat is just fibbing. Fibbing as in, like, lying? Fib is a really pretty cat, though. Fib is a 100% Siberian. And he's actually small for what he was expected to be. And so he's not much bigger than Gandhi, but he's at least kept his weight on himself. Gandhi hasn't. He's also extra crazy fluffy right now. And part of it is he has a triple coat compared to Gandhi, who has just a double coat, but it's still really fluffy. And Twin, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but you're welcome. If you want to join the Discord, there's what is it? Kraken, the Pumpkins corner? What did I name it? Kraken and Pumpkins Club. There's a channel called that in the Discord, and you can share photos of Fib. for everyone to see, because Fib is the sight to be, to just gaze at. He's a little jerk today. He keeps stealing the rubber part from the sinks. But he's been doing that a lot lately since you haven't been paying enough attention to him. Or is he doing it even when you're paying attention to him? Now he's just like, this is now just my thing to do. Gandy's been pretty chill today. Gandy had his second ever hairball today. I heard a cat hacking up, hacking up, and I was like, oh no, Freya. And then I look out and I'm like, no, Freya's not hacking up a hairball. And yeah, sure enough, it was Gandy. And I'm pretty sure he's had one other hairball. I'm pretty sure it was him, because Freya doesn't get hairballs. Freya will have like, when she gets sick, it's usually associated with if she's really not feeling well or her tummy was upset. But primarily when she gets sick, it's because she has not had food in a certain period of time, and she's gotten so antsy that she's upset her own stomach as a result. And so, thank you for that, Larkin. There we go. Twins in there now. But yeah, the Kraken and Pumpkins Club, it's kind of further towards the bottom in the show and tell section. But you can share all the photos of Fib. Fib also has his own Instagram page to follow as well. Welcome back, Daniel. Larkin, I like your name. Punchline. That's good. But yeah, if you want to follow a fluffy cat who has an attitude and is very adorable, you can follow Fib too. Returning. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be revising. Part of me is like, no, you know what I need to do? So we started off with just doing this red, and then I'll add in the silver and gray, and then I just need to get like the base of all the colors down first, and then I can tweak it around as I feel like I need to. That's really the main thing. You enjoyed it? Oh yeah! Okay, so you enjoyed Barbie overall. You want to know more about the Skipper incident. Maybe that's the story for the sequel. Right? But the first part was just as ridiculous in a good way as you wanted it to be. Then there was the hard shift. Not a bad one. Just had one. But yeah, exactly. And I feel like the hard shift, like, it's very purposeful as well. Because it's meant to be like, I don't want to give it away for people. So yeah. Yeah. I feel like that hard shift is very purposeful. But the movie, yeah, Barbie is a fun time. You can't go wrong with Barbie. And I want to know more about Skipper's incident. You rejoined under a new account. Oh! There we go. Perfect. Are you, did you make a new account just to try and organize some stuff for yourself, Larkin? Or did something happen with your other account? Yeah, it was, but the dance, I know the dance number. Oh my god. That dance number was just absolutely perfect. Now I want to watch Barbie. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. I've been watching, let's see here. What have I been watching? So I've been watching Gilded Age because Gilded Age came out. They're in second season right now, and it is, oh my god, it is getting crazy. So I've been watching that since that's just a weekly release every week. The season finale is this Sunday as well, so that's exciting. And then I've been doing Lower Decks. And then I haven't done as many of my usual Christmas movies. But it's just because I've been in the mood for like my more favorite modern Christmas movies. And so that's like Noelle with that Anna Kendrick, and Godmothered, which is adorable. And so I'll probably end up doing A Christmas Story, and then the new Christmas Story that came out last year, because I like that one. I tried watching the sequels that they made before last year's, and it was just, I remember trying to watch them years ago, and I was like, this doesn't even have any of the whimsy that was the first one. And so I'll probably do that maybe in a couple weeks or something. But since we haven't had really much snow, it just doesn't feel right. Sad. It's been really foggy the last couple days though, so that's been kind of cool. I'll take fog. I'll take anything over bright sunshine that makes everything just feel like it's not winter. You couldn't get back into your old account because of the two-factor authentication. Oh no! That's no good. Did you get it like a new phone number, and so the second factor authentication was tied to that old number? It kind of just depends on how your two-factor authentication is set up. And I haven't had to do that recently, so I'm not sure how Discord does their two-factor. I know some sites will have the option that you could do your two-factor with like an email, but I feel like most of them are going with phone numbers these days. You've been watching Christmas movies too, because that's what you do. Sterling, you want to watch the new I've heard good things on the new Godzilla. Now it's time to do the S tier movies, Die Hard, A Christmas Story, and then various Christmas carols. Yeah, there we go. I remember as a kid, and it still pretty much is the Muppet Christmas Carol. That's my favorite of the Christmas carols. And I think it's just mainly because all the other Christmas carols, or Christmas stories? No. Yeah, Christmas carols, yeah. All the other Christmas carols, they always seemed so dark And as a kid, that was not what I was looking for. And these kind of spooked me out a bit. And, you know, as an adult, I get it. You want to scare a rich dude into paying his employees and giving them Christmas off. Like, it's a tale as old as time there. But as a kid, that spooked me. I was not a fan of it as a kid. Let the tablet catch up. There we go. Yeah, it was back in the day when like when they were all being played like on TV and such, and I was like, oh, A Christmas Story 2. I don't think I ever finished it because I was just like, God, this thing's atrocious. No. But yeah, like the new one actually, like, they captured everything perfectly. Like they got the original kind of whimsical, nostalgic like aspects to it, but then they also not really like modernized it, but they matched it with the time era really well, and then they just matched it better. Like, because that was the one thing with the other, like with the other two sequels that they had done, was the other two sequels, it was like it suddenly was taking place in another location, and then suddenly like there was story changes, and like the reasoning and the purposes didn't really line up with Alfie's like kind of mindset either. And so they did so much better on this new one. You recommend 8-bit Christmas though, because A Christmas Story is in the 80s and the B8 kind is now in NES. Ooh. I feel like maybe I've heard of that recently too. But you're gonna go start wrapping round 2 of gifts since most of them came in, so it's gonna be Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story. Yes, get yourself some Christmas Vacation in. Yeah, Mickey's your kind of Christmas carols. Yeah, and I wasn't into Mickey's Christmas Carol. Of like all the Disney stuff, I was never really into like the stories with Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy. I cared more about Goofy, if anything else. I liked Goofy and Max, which is why I love, I'm suddenly forgetting the name of it, but A Goofy Movie. There we go. Which is why I loved A Goofy Movie, was because it was primarily them. But, like everyone else, I never liked Donald Duck to begin with. Daisy kind of fell into that same lot. And then Mickey and Minnie, I was like, they're okay. And Pluto, I only kind of liked Pluto because he was like the pet dog. But it was like, it's okay. And then, yeah. And so I just never got into Christmas Carol with that one. Ooh, Scrooged. I think I've seen Scrooged, and I think I'd like that one. I'd have to double check it. Violent Night. Yeah, Violent Night is one of my other new ones. Yes, I have watched Violent Night already. You can't go wrong with Violent Night. It's a great Christmas movie. Family switch in the Candy Cane Lane, and you just didn't like them. Best Christmas Ever was good though. I haven't seen any of those. Although I did, what was it? Allie had sent me, it was like a review, so of like the realm of the Christmas movie rom, I don't really know if it's comedy, so like romance genre, I guess. The hallmarks, I guess is what we could call them. There's a Christmas Prince, and then there's a Christmas Prince 2, and then I guess there's supposed to be a Christmas Prince 3 coming out. And so you watch, I guess, like, if you watch the first one, you're like, okay, you know, typical blah, 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 blah. Like, whatever. And then you get into the second one, and then things start getting really dark with the story, like, when you start piecing things together. And so now I want to watch A Christmas Prince in the second Christmas Prince. Just to literally be like, yeah, this is weird. Lord of the Rings is your Christmas movie because there's still snow, elves, the ring, and magic. You know what? You've got not even just 3 whole movies. If you want to include The Hobbit, that counts too, right? I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of the Hobbit trilogy, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I can understand the weird aspect of it's like, why did we make this into 3 films aside from clearly wanting to fill pockets for executives and throw in a villain that never existed? Yeah, that's all weird. That was all unnecessary, but really they probably threw it in there because it was the only way they could make the movie into 3 movies to fill the pockets of the executives. You thought a Goofy movie? Okay, so so here's the thing with Goofy movie and me. Goofy movie is that movie with, you have a dad character, like a dad representation character, who wasn't the traditional, like, dad, like Pete. I never liked Pete, and Pete was modeled after, like, that traditional, stereotypical dad figure that a lot of people grew up with. And Goofy wasn't that. Goofy was, like, he was, like, kind and understanding and wasn't demanding and all, like, authoritative, all this stuff. And that's how my dad is. My dad is very much a Goofy, in that he's not authoritative. He's not really like, there's some aspects that are traditional dad, but he's never been, like, it's always been hard to shop for cards for him, and because he loves cards and he loves getting flowers and everything. But it's always been hard to find cards for him because, especially around, like, Father's Day, the Father's Day cards are all for the traditional stereotypical dads that he's never been. And so I'm like, these cards don't match up to anything that is my dad. And so Goofy holds a very, like, tight place in my heart because I'm like, Goofy is my dad. And then to add to it, it's like a whole movie of, like, a father and son trying to figure out what their relationship is as the son is getting older. And there's the strifes that go in with that as well. And I'm like, man, this reminds me of when I was growing up and I was having difficulties with my parents, and you know, like, things weren't easy. Like, there was a lot of screaming at each other because usually started by me. It was usually me screaming, and then my parents were, like, just trying to understand. And eventually they offered me the opportunity to go see a therapist, which, like, I was heavily wanting. And so they had asked me about it, and I was like, yes, please, that would be nice. Which I think shocked my mom that I wasn't viewing therapy in, like, the typical negative light that, like, she and my dad were raised in when it came to, like, the views and talks of therapy and such. And so we got me in therapy, and it helped out just kind of immensely with the fact that it was just, like, you know, I was being a teenager trying to figure out how to, like, talk and navigate certain things, but a lot of things it was just literally, I was just trying to, like, feel respected on the whole. And so that at least helped me with being able to talk with my parents and be like, I want you guys to, like, not talk down to me or, like, talk to me in these certain ways because I don't appreciate it. And that resolved a shit ton of things. What a surprise. But yeah, so But yeah, Goofy just has a very, 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 very close spot just with how I have a dad figure in my life. And so, yeah, the movie itself is fun. I did enjoy the movie because it's fun. The second one's not too bad. It's still kind of like, it's more on the side. But there's like parts of it that you're like, okay, yeah, this is actually kind of entertaining and funny. Like, I can get behind it. Yeah, Goof Troop. I watched Goof Troop. I didn't watch it as often because I never seemed to catch it on TV, so that was never really my thing. You wish Christmas Chronicles 2 was the better? Because the first one you loved, but then you just can't watch the second one? Christmas Chronicles, what was that one about? Kurt Russell as Santa. Oh yeah, that's right. They did like pace it out where you were supposed to be having a second one. They decided to do away with the second. Darn, because yeah, that was actually pretty entertaining. Oh wait, no, you're saying Christmas 2 was not that good. Never mind. For some odd reason, my brain mixed that up. I think I started watching the second one, and then I was like, this still doesn't, like, it. I think I just didn't finish it because of that. And the second one was hard. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Quack Pack was the worst. I don't think I watched any of that. Ooh. I did like DuckTales. I never got to watch it like consistently, but I liked DuckTales. And there was a DuckTales movie that was, it was based off of a story. I forget which one it was, but it was like, I just remember it was like Scrooge McDuck diving into his money, which was like the scene that then was in the opening of like all of the DuckTales stuff. But yeah, there was like a movie oh, you know, let's see here. Maybe it was like was it an Aladdin based one? I don't remember what it was, but I loved it so much. I watched that VHS to the point that it, like, the tape itself was scratched. So like you could hardly watch the movie afterwards. Like, and not even hardly. It was just all scratched film at that point. Yes, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, that's what it was. I was obsessed with that one. That was, yeah, I watched that until that tape no longer would let me. I never really liked Scrooge either, but that movie was good. And then Darkwing Duck. At first I wasn't really a fan of it, and then I got into it later. And then, let's see, you're kind of within that realm. There was also, was it Bonkers? What was the one with the cheetah cat? That was also, like, the cop cheetah cat. I want to say it was Bonkers. Bonkers, okay, yeah. And Tailspin. Yeah, Tailspin was such a hit or miss. Like, there was times that I would be in the mood to watch an episode of Tailspin, and then other times I was just like, meh. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, yes. Oh my god. And the live action remake they did of Chip 'n Dale. Like, there are issues with it, but I like how they did it. Yeah, like I love the movie. It was great. It's just the issue of who they ended up posing the villain as, and then like the history of that character specifically. And it's like, oh, if they didn't know that, that was very unfortunate that they did that. But if they did, that was a bad idea. Larkin, you're gonna do a feeding frenzy? Would you like to do jerky? Excellent. You're like, I already know what you're gonna ask. Alrighties. Well, babies will highly appreciate that. Look at that. We have, is that why? Because Freya's over here just kind of like, hi, I'm here. Please pity me. But we love a Freya. Issues aside, which you found out later. Yeah, same. I found out about those like issues later. I kind of initially, before I knew about those issues, I was like, kind of could be seen as problematic given like who this character is. And then I heard more about like the backstory afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah, that did not line up well. Let's see here. All right, I need to get my slippers on. There we go. Larkin's got you guys a feeding frenzy. Larkin's got you your favorite treat, Frey Bean. It's your favorite. Alright, Candy. You shocked me, Bean? Yeah, it's your favorite. Did you get your piece, buddy? Candy. Freya, come here. Back up. Silly girl. Freya. Come here. Good girl. Of course, Yandy got himself down on the floor. Freya Bean, come on. I think I distracted her. Oh no. Come here, Bean. Freya, where'd you go? I don't have a cat. There she is. Oh. Above your head. There it is. I think Andy's gonna stay under the desk. You can do it, Bean. Good job. It's right there. Good girl. Good stretch. Thank you, Larkin, for the feeding frenzy. The babies appreciate it. Last one, Bean. Good job. You're a good girl. Yes, you were. How you doing down there, Gandy? Did you find all the pieces? Looks like you did. Good boy. Thank you for that, Larkin. Oh yeah, yeah, like I could see why they chose the character because it makes sense. And then that's where it was like, part of me was like, oh no, I hope it wasn't just that, like just because of that reason. But it like, yeah, there's, and then there's like a lot more too, because there's also some like, there's like dark version retellings as well to that character, which like they're meant to, like in those retellings they're meant to be dark. That was like the entire purpose of like the written version of what that author did. But yeah. Floofy babies, yes. Did I ever watch the Santa Clauses? Yes. So I watched the first season. I liked the first season. I started watching the second season. My level of like care to try and like keep up with it is so low that I'm like, I'll watch them eventually. I'll watch the rest eventually. I'm just not digging it whatsoever. Oh, it's already wrapped up too? Okay. I think I got into like maybe the third episode then, so I might be halfway through. You feel like it was stronger though? Does it get stronger? Like, I could see areas where the second season is stronger, specifically with like the rest of the family. I could care less about Tim Allen's character because I'm just like, okay, you're just being meh. Oh, you gotta watch Nightmare Before Christmas? Yes, you do. You know what? Hook does sound like a good idea to watch. That is like a Christmas movie anyways. Yeah. I don't, let's see, yeah, the Mad Santa stuff. I could care less about the Mad Santa stuff. Like, I could care less about Mad Santa and the gnome. I'm just like, okay. They exist now. Alright, so we've got our first outer ring. So let's go ahead, let's work on, oh wait, no, there's still more? Did I miss, oh, apparently I missed a whole red dot, okay. I'm also hearing what sounds like a cat eating, let me check. Oh, my other employee sent her nails. They're cute too. Oh, how cute. Let's see here. So I am checking the cameras to see if a certain cat is up on the counter eating some food. Oh, no, it is down on the ground. What? Hello, ma'am. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that food. I forgot I had put Gandy's food on the ground for Gandy, and so Freya discovered it was there, so she was like, oh sweet, well let me eat this now. So got that back up. So, oh wait, okay, so this is supposed to be 4, and then 2, 3, and then choose. Okay, so I still have reds. Crap, I did that on the wrong layer, didn't I? So there's 4, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So we're not done with the reds yet. Yeah, I think it would make sense if you enjoy lore as part of like the plot. Which is why you probably like RPGs. Yeah, that would make total sense. Which is why you would play Baldur's Gate 3 way different than most people with let's go have sex with a bear. No, lore and side missions. So Daniel, in my asexual Facebook groups that I'm in, there's a lot of like kind of meme content generating because of the amount of so like part of it, there's a couple combinations of it depending on somebody's stance when it comes to their just general preferences when it comes to sex in general sex preferences, and so you'll get the people who are like sex negative, like or sex adverse kind of thing, like they have no interest in sex, they don't care about it, they don't want it like anywhere in their life, they don't want it in their like fantasies or their hobbies or anything like that. Totally fine. And then you have the people who are like, they don't like sex, but they are totally fine with the idea and the fantasization of it with fictional characters, which happens a lot for a good chunk of aces, but not all of them. And so like it's been interesting to see with Baldur's Gate 3, we've been getting memes about you know, like playing it because it's like, oh yeah, it's the sexual fantasy with the fictional character that people are into, and then there's other ones that it's just like they want nothing to do with the sex aspect of the game. And that's if I played Baldur's Gate 3, that's where I'm like, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now is like, okay, if I play this game, like, will I care about wanting to try and romance characters? Because that's not normally my thing. I've normally done it for games because I'm just like, okay, cool. That's what you're supposed to do. But when you have the option to, I'm just like, probably not. Is that Photoshop? Yes. I be using Photoshop. There's apps out there that you can get and software you can get that can like do all of this process for you in terms of like developing and creating the pattern for you based off of like the beads you're using and such, but I'm like, I don't want to pay for that. Also, I haven't seen what the softwares are currently out there, so I'm just like, this is more fun. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people are playing for the romance aspect, which I'm like, you know what, that's fine. A lot of people, that's their thing. For me, it's just like, that's not really where my brain goes. If I want to romance a character, that's when I get into The Sims and I create a crush. And then I'm like, there we go. That's when I'm romancing a character. Although, and I need to check with Nate. So since Nate said he was gonna gift me an old tank and such, and that way I can get a whole thing set up, that I'm just like, probably the only thing that'll come from from Baldur's Gate is getting a fish that I'm gonna name Astarion. And I was looking over, I was at PetSmart the other day, and I was looking at the fish and looking at the betas. And so I'm like, okay, well, I probably want to go with a beta, but then there's some, or like, of course I want to go with beta. I want to go with like probably, I'm thinking like a half moon, because the half moons are, like generally have the much fuller tails, and a platinum color. But then there's like ones that it's like, it's a platinum with the dark red in the tail, and I'm like, ooh, that just seems very Astarion-esque. But I want the fish to be big too. Like, I don't want the fish too small. I want the fish to be big. So I'm like also trying to keep an eye out for a larger beta, which is usually going to be with the half moons. They're usually on the larger side. All right, I think I got our outer ring solved. Or at least for now. We'll see how things come out as we work on the next rings, so. Alright, so then I'll probably want to do... So this is where we're going to have the combo of white. So that's a shiny white. So yeah, we'll go with the shiny white as well. These are kind of looking more like maybe that's a lighter gray. Nah, we'll stick with that being white. How about that? Okay. So let's see about making those white. Out of the few times you've seen Baldur's Gate 3 streamed, you've seen only Gale, Astarion, and Karlach get romance, but really haven't seen too much of the game. I've just seen a lot of like the more commonly memed stuff, or the commonly like people are like, oh my god, you can have sex with this character, and then you know they all kind of freak out about it. But yeah, I would say I've seen a lot of Astarion, which is part of why I want to play the game. Is Astarion is actually what's got my attention. And what's actually kind of cool is, I guess, you can watch his demeanor change towards one of the characters as you play through the game. And it comes down to, like, your decisions as well from the sounds of it, which is actually, like, that sounds so cool. Just the technology behind what they're doing with that. See, most people I've heard from romance chat. Wait, see, most people I've heard from... Oh, most people that you've heard from have romance Shadowheart. I have heard of Shadowheart, yeah. How are you doing there, Jason? You only tangentially hear about things for Baldur's Gate 3, which is why you don't have a desire to play it right away and wait for it. Yeah, that's fair. I've got so many, and that's the other thing. It's like, oh, I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, okay, well, first off, let's finish all the other games you're in first. Like, let's finish playing some Dave the Diver. Let's finish playing Stray. Let's just finish our other games first. And then you can look into playing Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I wanted to even try and get us back into playing Genshin now that I can actually play that on stream. Which also, so one of the things, I want to test this with Genshin when we get back into it. So there's a bunch of sponsorships with Genshin that I want to try out just to see, just to like kind of get some experience with like how sponsorships work through Stream Elements. Because from the sounds of it, it's not supposed to be that hard, but I'm just like, part of me is like, I'm always hesitant because I'm like, well, I don't understand how these things work. And part of it's like, well, you know, part of it's gonna have to be that I have to try it. And I'm willing to try it with Genshin Impact just to see how things work with that. HelloFresh would be the other one that would be an easy one that I would be comfortable doing that with too. That's just because I already use HelloFresh, so. You are serving as a cat warmer. The word I'm thinking of, my brain is saying starts with a P. But I cannot think of it, and I don't think it does start with a P. Yes, it does. It's an excellent purpose. There we go. Yeah, you wish you had sponsors you actually want to do. Most are mobile games. Yep. That's like the one thing is it's like there's a lot of games that I just don't have any interest playing. And so I was like, well, Genshin is one that I do enjoy playing. I would like to get back into it. And we tried playing it on stream, but it just wasn't working, so. Plus Genshin, like, the mechanics are very much similar to Breath of the Wild, and since I enjoy Breath of the Wild, I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with this. I like this. So. But yeah, that is very true, Daniel, is that a lot of the sponsorships that are offered are really not... There are a lot of mobile games. Which if somebody wants to get into mobile games, you know, that's fine. That's great. But if we do any mobile games on stream here, it's going to be Duolingo. Because that's pretty much all I play these days on my phone. Which I have been rocking. Let me check. Somebody like... I overtook somebody's first place last night. And I'm like, are they going to try and take it back? Because, like, when they took over by, like, an extra 1,000 points. Okay, so it looks like they're working to catch up because they're 200 away from me now. So, and they are currently on, so I'll see where they land. You might play Genshin if you had other people to play with. And that's where, at least with where I'm playing in Genshin, is that it's all still very solo. Which is, I'm totally fine with, but yeah. I think when you get further into the game though, like you can definitely play with more people. And you can have your parties. Jason, you need to set aside time without distractions to play BG3, and so right now you're playing Ghost of Tsushima. How is that going, by the way? Because that one looks so good. The combat is great and the environments are amazing. Oh. Well, if it turns out that my Christmas gift from Sterling is what I think it's gonna be, I may be able to play that game soon. Or I may not. I'll have to find out. I'll find out. Yeah, that is the benefit of Genshin, is that it's a free game, which is nice. But yeah, almost everyone plays COD, and yeah, I'm not a COD player. No. I'm very rarely a first person player, and COD is not my interest whatsoever. Not my thing. And so the only way you'd play is if they paid you a lot of money. Yeah, same. If I started getting paid a shit ton of money just to play COD for like a period of time, I'd be like, okay, if you're paying me a shit ton of money, cool, I'll play it. Like, as long as I'm getting paid enough that then when my taxes get taken out, that I'm like, that was proper. That was worthwhile. You'd play Ghost of Tsushima if it came to Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, if it came to Xbox, I was like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I've got Xbox, I can play that. But I need a PlayStation. Does Ghost of Tsushima play on PS4 or is it PS5 specifically? Like PS5 and higher. Excellent. Cool. I will be so down for that. Well, we'll see what my gift is first. I have my suspicions, but I could also be wrong. A lot of COD and Fortnite streamers with those generic looking profile pictures that you can get from any artist and there's no creativity. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the combat seems like smoother Witcher 3. Yes. You were not wrong, dear Larkin. From some of the gameplay footage I've seen, or like some of the gameplay I've seen from other streamers, I'm like, that is smooth. Like, it's even smoother than Assassin's Creed. Which I've gotten, like, Assassin's Creed has gotten pretty smooth, but like, it tops it. It beats it out of the water without a problem. Alright, there we go. There's that layer. And then let's go with probably a nickel plated. I think that's the one that I have. I should have at least. get this red in real quick. Because I apparently missed this red. Darn it. In the story is Chef's Kiss. Ooh. I haven't heard too much on the story, so that's good to hear. That's not what I wanted. Go this route. I don't trust it at this point. There we go. What's great about Ghost of Tsushima is that true villain doesn't realize that they are the villain. Oh, and you're about to complete Act 2, and then took time to play the DLC. Nice. The way you saw it is that everyone is a villain trying to do what's best. You know what? There is a thing though for characters that they're villains in a game, but they really are doing what they think is best for everybody and not just like for their own personal greed. Right for all the wrong reasons, wrong for all the right reasons kind of story. Yeah. The nuance is done very well. God of Tsushima, Ghost of War. Game of Tsushima, Ghost of Thrones. Yes, Ghost of Thrones. It's the new hit. All right, look at us go. We're doing so good. Look at this. There we go. All right. Apparently my computer needs to restart. We'll tell it to remind me in like a day. Computer can wait. So does anyone have fun plans for this weekend coming up? Or is everyone pretty much just gonna stay hunkered in and prep for the holidays coming up? I still haven't decided yet, but I am thinking, oh! You know what that totally reminded me of too? Okay, well first off, yeah, I'm thinking about like trying to take some, see about maybe trying to take a whole week off for my birthday. We'll see if I can manage that. But Okay, unless I mentioned this on Tuesday. Maybe I mentioned this on Tuesday. Yes, I did mention this on Tuesday. Never mind. Okay. That I found out that I am not immune to hepatitis B anymore. So I am now in the process of getting hepatitis B vaccinations. So I got my first one on Tuesday. No, Monday. I got my first one on Monday. And then as a result of that, I went in to go donate plasma Tuesday morning. And one of the things, they have two questions. First off, there's one question that asks if you've had any recent vaccinations since your last donation. So I hit yes. Normally I hit no because normally I don't. But I hit yes because I had gotten a hepatitis B vaccination. And then there was another question that was later that asked about hepatitis B vaccinations. So I told them yes. And whenever you end up answering yes on typically no questions, that means that you're going to go talk to the nurse that's on site to like let them know what's going on, and then they can let you know if you can donate or not. So yeah, I did all of that. And oh no, maybe I didn't tell you guys. No, I thought I did tell you guys. Monday. Yeah, I told you guys Monday. But then, yeah, I did all of that and then went and talked to the nurse, and I told the nurse, you know, like, so I've just recently had some blood work done and we were testing for hepatitis B, and it came back that I'm negative. I don't have hepatitis B. I'm not infected, but I am non-responsive. So I am not immune anymore. So I am getting hepatitis B vaccinations to boost up my immunity again, so then that way I do not put myself at risk and put others at risk. It's a 21-day deferral because while those antibodies will sit in my bloodstream long enough that they could potentially flag a false positive for hepatitis B when they do my when they like because like they'll like every donation they will take a sample of and they will test it to make sure that it is safe. And so if I happen to flag as a false positive because of the vaccinations, then I can't donate anymore entirely. Like I am like banned because of like you have hepatitis B, even if it's a false positive, like you're now potentially a danger. And, you know, makes sense. You're providing biological matter to another person who is immune compromised. You don't want to make them worse. But it was, yeah, so I don't have my plasma money for the rest of this month. And then since I have to do 3 doses, then next month I can only make it in for 3 donations before my next vaccination, which then I can't donate the rest of that month. And I was just like, oh my god. Like, and then when it comes to the 6th month, then it's gonna be the same thing that happens there, but I'll have like a period of time in between the 2nd and the 3rd month that I can at least like still donate again. But oh my god, I'm just like, oh, don't need this happening when expenses are getting crazy. But if anything, it's just more motivation for me to just be like, just get yourself caught up on everything and then get a new job. Get a job that pays you properly and doesn't require you to play IT and not get paid for IT work. Cause yeah. just yeah. Ooh, you're going to a show tomorrow night at the Marquee? Oh, that'll be fun. And see if you can do Sarah's birthday dinner Sunday or Monday. Oh, perfect. Tuesday was very bleh for you after your shots on Monday. Oh my gosh. But you're feeling better now? You recouped after that? Yes, I streamed on Monday because supposedly I thought my Christmas party was this last Tuesday, but no, the Christmas party is next Tuesday. So we're gonna stream Monday again next week. But it's not too bad. It gives me a chance. I've been debating if I want to try and do stream on Monday nights instead of Tuesday nights. Just because, like, how I kind of think of it is it's like, okay, well, if I do Monday, like if I do stream on Sunday for a Sunday afternoon, I just feel like Monday just kind of like having a second stream the next day just feels kind of like more reasonable then that way if somebody missed like one day, they know they can catch you the next day. And you don't have that day in between that maybe you could get forgotten about with that. So that's where my thought process is. But I also have to keep in mind that my brain and body have to be willing to do Monday nights. And so I want to play around with Monday night streams. So I figure I was like, well, this is a good chance to do that then. And so... But yeah, yep. We did that on Monday, didn't we? Because I was like, no, like, I could have sworn, like, I told you guys about my hepatitis, but how would that have worked? Yeah, it was because we streamed on Monday night because I got my vaccine Monday evening, which, like, that didn't, like, I didn't feel bad at all after all of that. That was all fine. So that was good. Yeah, you can't give Hep B blood, which you know because you don't have, which you know you don't have, but still you have to take it seriously. Exactly. You still have to take it seriously. Streamer thoughts on blood donation as a weight loss strategy? It doesn't help. Yeah, or get paid for the IT work. Sterling's actually, we were talking a little bit, and he was like, would you be interested in doing IT for work? And I'm like, no. Like, I really have no desire to do IT for work. Because a lot of the times it's when you are helping other people is they don't understand the technology. And depending on like where you are within the IT department, if you're internal or external and front facing versus just still internal, it'll be more of a headache with trying to talk to people when they're frustrated because something's not working. And I don't want to deal with that. So I have zero desires. Wednesday, Sunday, then Monday seems too quick. Maybe Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, and so, Daniel, that's where I was thinking, like, Wednesday, I wouldn't do Wednesday because Sterling's streaming on Wednesdays. And then Friday, that's why we're doing Fridays now, is to see how that works. But right now, because we're Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. But I kind of liked it when we had, like before when we were doing Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. Because then it was like, okay, like it was still kind of clumped close enough together that like if somebody didn't make it to Tuesday, we had at least the Wednesday off. And then the Thursday, Friday, if somebody didn't make it to Thursday, they knew I would be on Friday. So I'm like, at least having like 2 days next to each other, I feel like gives somebody that chance to like be like they think of it a little bit more readily. When you have a stream one day after the other, and then you have, especially if you're doing a third stream, then doing that third stream on like a day where you have like a break in between the other two. But yeah, that's just where my thought process is on that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't want to burn out. There are too many certifications and too much time to get a point to get paid well with. Yeah, and Twin, you're like, IT is horrible. I'm like, yeah, I have no desire to go into IT. Like, I'm good. I know what I'm doing most times, and it's great when I need to resolve my own stuff. It's been very handy at my current workplace because I help get us back up and running in areas a lot faster. But I'm also not paid for that. And then I'm getting dragged in for stuff that's IT related, and not even IT related, but for things that it's like, because I understand how features and certain functions within like within like Microsoft apps, Microsoft software, like how that's working, I can then apply that towards things like Google Suite. And so then I help people get their stuff put together. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm not getting paid for any of this. And I could always tell them, nah. But there's a part of me that is always just like, yeah, no, I want to help because not everyone knows how to do something to this degree in a way that like it will look nice and clean and presentable. And that's what drives me up the wall, is when things are not clean, presentable, and readily usable in a form of ease. So it's like, yeah, no, here, let me just quickly toss this together for you. And everyone really appreciates it, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't get paid to do this, though. Like, it's all, I do a lot of, like, that, I do that invisible work. That's what I do. You thought that's where you wanted to go, but then you had to get 4 certifications just to get a pay grade, and you're like, grade, you'd be, okay, yeah. Yeah, when they start being like, you need this certification, and you're like, are you gonna pay for it? And they're like, no. Okay. Then why? Like, if I already know it, why? If you're not doing surgery on somebody, why? I don't like IT. Clowns are scary. Alex, are all of your IT clowns? Are they all clowns at your workplace? Oh, yeah, and then, yeah, the tests are all closed book. But when you're in the field, you're going to Google it all the time because, guess what? Technology changes! And as technology changes, you need to know how to research the problem to resolve it, because the technology has changed since you last took the fucking closed book test. I really want to just like do that to somebody and be like, you know how like people are like doing like the finger point? I want to be like, I am doing the pencil wiggle to make my point. The thing about IT sort of, let's see. Oh yeah, nope, already read that. Our system updates are like a Hydra. Fix one problem and then 2 more take its place. Yeah. And that's like the other problem too, is like you fix the problem and then like 2 more pop up because whoever designed the software is not familiar with the field, and or software is purchased that is meant to be for like multiple different fields. But as such, they are not designed in a way to be very comprehensive for one niche area or one specific field. So then you get all these errors when you're trying to develop, like you have to develop a process that then you have to have fixes for certain aspects of the process, or you end up just getting like more issues because, oh, well, that we don't know how to fix that, or, oh, that's a good idea. But is it going to happen? No, because that software is meant for more than one industry. And as such, they're trying to make it so fucking generic that it's almost pointless by that point. That's my issue with our software at work. Is that it is way too, like, it is trying to, like, reach into so many different industries that when it comes to just, like, trying to do, like, basics of certain things, they're like, oh, well, this is what we did. We made everything, like, front door transactions. And you're like, yeah, but we're doing an RGA. That's a backdoor transaction. And they're like, but here's a front door option. I'm like, no, like, the front door option should only be happening on the customer half. You need the other half, which is the vendor half, to be a backdoor transaction, because that's how reports will properly pull when we need to look at what our sales are looking like for a year-to-date basis when we try and go to them with stuff. Like, oh my god. Lorgan, thank you so much for the posture check, and thank you so much for the hydrate. learning how things go and a basic understanding, sure, okay. But test after test after test just to get a decent pay. Yeah, no, that shouldn't be part of getting a decent pay. It's one thing too, it's like if you're getting the certifications to like bump up your pay just because you're already making a good, like you're already making a substantial amount just off the basics. And then if you get the certification, that's just to say, hey, I took the time to like go and take this test that says like, yes, I really know what I'm doing. Here's my paper to provide that. And it should only be more for like supplemental aspects and like supplemental like pay on that part, but it shouldn't be what determines like an actual livable wage when you're already doing that work. Sometimes they have things you have to know that no one uses because it's so out. Yeah, that too. And your IT teams are very nice. They were supposed to block Pokemon Go. They blocked it, and we all can still play. Alex. Oh my god. That is, yeah, that IT, they know what they're doing. They're like, we can't block this because then we can't play. They probably like made it look like it was blocked, but then they're like, sweet, all right, let's keep playing. The few times you talked to IT in your company, they were fine. They were very understanding when somehow your laptop that you had for 2.5 years told you had to return it and you couldn't communicate with anyone except on Teams on your phone. That is very bizarre. Very bizarre. Or maybe the certification should be that you can do the job, not what you can remember with. Yeah, that too. There's so many, like, and this is where too, I saw this really kind of great, like, little, it was just like somebody like took a snippet out of a talk show that they were talking about, like, ChatGPT and the influence of it within the classrooms and students and their homework assignments, and how you have all these teachers and professors trying to fight against it. Because we're so in this old mindset of it's just like, well, you have to do it all yourself, which makes sense. But it's like, well, if the technology is going to exist, then we need to teach the students how to use it in a manner that is gonna actually be worthwhile. Like, it's like you could go ahead and use it to help you like maybe outline your topic, and then you can elaborate from there, or you know, it could say it writes out the whole thing. You still need to have a way that you go through and say like, okay, this is how either I make it my own, how I fact check it, how I make sure that like I know what it's saying, like, and make sure it's not plagiarizing another piece of work. And so like the entire conversation that this woman was talking about was like, instead of trying to prevent students from using it, encourage them, but then you need to make the assignments more focused on how do you utilize ChatGPT to be even more efficient and more effective. And, you know, like it shouldn't be viewed as bad as long as they know how to utilize it in a way that is ethical and proper. And I think what it is everyone just falls into, it's like, well, they're just having it write their assignments and then they're not actually learning. And it's like, and then that's, you know, it's like, and that's where they should get the failing grade. But if you have a student who uses it and they're using it to help them be, like, maybe they're slammed with homework because as we know it, teachers and professors don't communicate with each other when it comes to homework assignments. So they just kind of present, like, they request these assignments as though they're forgetting that the student has the obligations of other assignments as well for at least 7 other classes. And that's if they're doing like a full schedule. And they're all thinking the same way, that it's like, oh, you should have like 3 to 4 hours each night. And it's like, okay, well, so then they have 4 classes a day and they have each teacher thinking that same thought. So then that comes down to being required to do upwards of 12 to 16 hours of homework a night. Or like try and do 12 to 16 hours of homework like between 2 days, but then, oh, hey, guess what? They have another 4 classes on the other day because they're in black schedules. And as such, they're going to have the same issue there. So it doesn't really matter on that part. Like, they still are, like, being demanded by these teachers that are so siloed in their thought processes. It's like, okay, like, they're trying to not sync when you guys are putting them into sync-only situations. Like, come on. And, so yeah, anyways. I have a lot of thoughts. Unless you write code, IT is not a great place to be right now. Oh my god, yeah, no. I definitely wouldn't want to be in IT right now. Yeah, that too. You want to learn to code, but this is IT. Yeah, yeah. And there is a difference between like coding and then IT networking. Like, I enjoyed the coding aspect, but I am also behind on a lot of coding. So any coding that I currently do, it's just piecemealed together. And I'm like, it's not necessarily proper, but I'll get there. And speaking of which, like, I still have like a whole, I have a whole like Academy course that Sterling was so nice to gift to me back during pandemic I need to finish. And that was like with more modern coding. So I want to get back, I'd like to get back into that too. ChatGPT, mansplaining the app. Exactly. Yeah, how to recognize bad information from good information. And Sterling, you're waiting for a good time to gracefully send this crappy MacBook back to your IT team without seeming ungrateful because you're absolutely never going to use it. Yeah. Sterling, you know what? I wonder what you could do now that you've had some time elapsed is if you could reach out to the IT team and be like, so, like, I really appreciate that you guys sent me this Apple. I've been trying to work with it. It's not my native environment. Do you mind if I can swap it for like an HP or a Dell, something that is not iOS? Just because it's not native for you at all, and for the work that you're doing, it's probably not necessary for the work that you're doing either. So I wonder if, like, now that you've got enough time that's like lapsed with it, you could say like, I gave it my best, but I would really appreciate if we could just do a switch to something I am much more natively adjusted to, and I can continue to be more efficient. Twin is just like, just send it back. There's just way too much competition for jobs that keep paying less. Yeah, Twin. Yeah. And that's like the thing too. So like, while I'm not applying for jobs right now because I'm trying to get myself all caught up on my backlog of work. I do have like job posting notifications set up, and so I've been seeing, like, I've been going through like with just LinkedIn for the most part, and like the ones I go through and I see if they meet like just like base requirements, like, is it remote, and then does it pay me enough? Those are like my two main things. I will go and click on the LinkedIn posting and I'll just click on save because I'm trying to teach the LinkedIn algorithm what I want it to send me. And it's gotten some good stuff. Like, there is like, looks like there's a new company that's starting up between like Texas and Denver and a couple areas that like, they've got both on-site and remote options, and they're paying like pretty decently. That I'm just, and they constantly keep posting. So I'm like, either you're fake or you're starting up, and maybe it might be worth it. I'm not sure. But yeah, like, I see so many other jobs though, like through all of those, that I'm just like, you want to pay how much for this? No. No, no, no. Yeah, we all have a lot of thoughts. We do. It's really hard to find a networking job. It's super easy stuff, and once you get set up, it's a job you just sit on as long as you can. Yeah. Daniel, you're going to start slowly rolling out Copilot Yeah, and you know you'd use it to make your job way more efficient. But you also know, you know, on a macro level, it can cause issues downstream when it comes to jobs and such. Yes. Yep. And Twins chirping in again. Just submit a ticket to see if you can switch it. The IT people won't care. They may not even notice the ticket. It might be a bit biased about IT work after the last year. It's just, if you're, you might just be biased with the IT work after the last year. Yeah, so Sterling, I think from what Twin is saying, I think you'll be okay. Like, you could probably just be like, yo, can I get this instead of this? And then if they like give you like some kind of like, if they give you a response that's like a side-eye response, you can just be like, I really tried my best, but I am much more natively familiar with a Windows OS. Yeah, that's the one thing, Daniel, is that since it's looking like startup, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be stuck in a position that I'm like trying to manage a mess. I'd rather be somewhere that's at least already like started and organized. But I am saving all those job postings because the pay is pretty nice on those. So I'm like, yo, LinkedIn algorithm, this is, look for more of these. All right, so now we're on this inner one, red. Okay, that might not be too bad. We're getting there. You know, within the next 18 or so months, you need to start thinking about what you want to do next. You maybe dip your toe in management again, or maybe start learning a new skill to go to a different department. Even though your job is super cake right now, you don't want to abuse it. That's fair. Also, like, if you're in the need of, like, trying to do something that's gonna provide you some kind of growth, then that's worthwhile. The company is so weird though. They only do Windows machines for senior leadership. It's odd, but the truth is you have a brand new badass Lappy, so you don't need one at all. That is really weird that they only do Windows machines for like senior leadership. I don't understand why that would be. Yeah, the Mac will just sit there collecting dust until somebody says something. Yeah, right, Daniel? Like, who uses Macs over Windows? Like, yeah, like if it's for content creation or something, or you're doing something more in, like, the field of arts, then yeah, like Macs have been known to be the machine for that. But when it comes to like business and just work, Windows have been the go-to. How exactly does a PC fail to keep pace with a Mac for content creation? I don't think that's been true for... Yeah, nowadays it's been like PCs can keep up with it a lot better now, yeah. And Alex, yeah, you're the opposite at your place. It's a Dell campus, and then the VP gets a Mac if they request it. That sounds like the VP is just like, I want a Mac because they sound like they're the right machine. No, they're not. It's likely because typical senior leadership is older and older folks tend to like Windows more. That could be twin. And younger people tend to like Macs because they look pretty. True, but I feel like with Sterling's industry though, I feel like within his industry, most people are already going to be more Windows oriented anyways. Like, unless like maybe, like at least like thinking of like people going into Silicon Valley, like why would they choose to pick out Macs for doing their like IT work, like doing their coding work and their networking and... But it could be because, I mean, there is the part where a lot of colleges get a lot of kind of rebate programs with Mac and Apple that they can sell the laptops at a cheaper price to all the students. And as such, they get tied into maybe the brand. That could be the possibility. Yeesh. I don't like how that looks. Really? Most devs are on Macs these days? I would have thought that they'd be on PC. This looks so off. My floor vibrated. That was weird. What is going on? Like, I can't tell if like something's banging stuff. That's weird. I'm like, that's weird. Yeah, most devs I know, you know, have switched over to Macs too. Oh. And you're just like, no thanks. You're like, I'm older than you. I'm 100+ years old. I need a Windows. Maybe it'll be fine, just because of how the star lands. No, not with how the star lands. Maybe just do that? That looks a little better. Okay. If you're developing for web stuff, it's almost all... Really? Alex, your other job, most devs are on Redact. Is that so, Alex? No way. I would have never guessed they were on Redacted. It's become Mac OS is basically a jumped up Linux. Oh, okay. It's because it's Linux under the hood, basically. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense then. We all know those skunk workers. Aliens technology-based computers there. And Mac OS is a Linux derivative that it is, or more accurately, a Unix derivative. But they call things such weird things. Yeah, aliens use Linux. And Jason, you used Linux for 12 years as your primary OS, and you'll go back someday. I have heard good things on Linux. I think the main thing is that I just never bothered because it's like, of everything I do, I feel like I don't need it really. But maybe, I don't know. I just remember it was one of those things that back in high school, you were really hella cool if you were using a Linux operating system instead. And this is also having to be noted that this is at a school that we did not have the traditional cliche stereotypes of high school student personalities. So yeah, having a Linux, you were actually pretty cool. not just cool amongst the nerds, because everyone was nerds at my school. My school was weird. It always made it weird whenever I would watch like traditional like high schooler movies, because nothing lined up in the same way. Deadpoolio! Went for your prostate exam the other day. Got the thumbs up. Anyone in need of a prostate exam, apparently? I'm not providing prostate exams. I am not a licensed professional. But I am sure you can schedule with a licensed professional, and they can provide you a prostate exam. And it can fulfill all of your deepest wishes and fantasies of knowing you don't have prostate cancer. Linux is good if you want to actually build a custom OS. So custom in the sense where you add every program you want. Okay. And now that you're working off of a Windows box, you kind of like it, but really miss the Mac OS Finder. So it's so superior to the Windows File Explorer. I don't know if I've ever used... Is like the Mac OS Finder... Is it kind of like a normal function that you would find? Or is it something that you have to kind of navigate yourself to? And most of my Mac experience comes from high school when we used Macs for my graphic design class, in which the teacher that we got that year, because she was brand new, didn't know how to use Photoshop. She didn't know how to use the computers, which was kind of mind-blowing that it was like, you were hired as a graphic design teacher and you don't know this? But I actually know, she was hired as the art teacher. And so then, therefore, as the art teacher, she was kind of expected to do the graphic design class. But she, you could tell that she was not familiar with Photoshop whatsoever. And as a result, I ended up teaching the class the majority of Photoshop because I knew Photoshop, because I taught myself Photoshop, because that was how things worked back in the day. If you had Photoshop, you taught yourself how to use Photoshop and you looked up all the tutorials for cool shit. As we use Photoshop for a bead designing program. The company behind Ubuntu tried to kickstart a phone, which was a PC replacement, plug it into a monitor and peripherals and take it. Oh, I think I maybe heard a little bit about that. And you're surprised PCs haven't moved to that. Not yet. Debulia, this statement is fictitious for entertaining purposes only, not based in a true story. I don't know, Deadpoolio. It sounded pretty true. Sounded like you had that exact experience recently. It was just Mac's version of the file. Oh, okay. So then I probably utilized it then. Yeah, the see-through, that was like, oh my gosh. If you gotta use one of the transparent Macs, you were the fucking coolest, because it was like, oh my god, you can literally see inside the computer. Like, oh my god, you can see all the hardware. Like, holy shit, man. And they were all-in-ones as well, which was even cooler, because then you were like, wow, where's the tower? It's all in the monitor. Those were really cool. And then if you had a transparent one and it was colored, oh shit, like you were like fucking royalty if you had a colored transparent Mac. It's got a nice column layout and hitting spacebar to preview almost any file instantly. Oh, that is pretty nice, actually. I know Windows has been trying to do the same with like a preview window, or like not a preview window, but it's like it's kind of like a navigation pane to the right of your files, and then you can get a preview of it. It's probably not the same though, where like you can see more detail. Deadpoolio, you just wanted to say that dad joke pun before you could pass out because it's 2:40. Well, Deadpoolio, thank you for hanging out with us so late. And thank you for all of your jokes and your puns. Both Sterling and I'm sure Larkin appreciated it. But you get yourself some sleep, okay? Have an awesome one. See you as always, and buenos nachos. Heck yes, buenos nachos, because... You get some sleep though, Deadpoolio. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. We'll be playing some more Stray on Sunday, so hopefully we'll see you then. Everything was transparent at that time. The phones, the Game Boys, the computers, anything that was technology, if you could make it transparent, it was... You were guaranteed to sell it. Alright, I guess next layer is gonna be blue. We'll go with this cobalt blue. Center the star as well as I could have, huh? There we go. Look at that. Did I mess with my design? Maybe. We'll find out. That actually might not be too bad. Oops, I'm on a lot there. Back, there we go. Alright. You didn't like it, Daniel? But you that shouldn't surprise anyone. I thought it was the coolest. You loved all the transparent and slightly colored tech back then? Oh my god, yeah, Sterling. That was my jam. Which is why, like, which actually, you know what, speaking of, maybe we might do that one of these nights on maybe a Friday night or something. So I had made a custom pair of Switch controllers for Allie last year for her Christmas gift, I think it was, or maybe it was her birthday gift. But so the home button was slightly turned, and I had tried to fix it, and it just didn't move. Like I couldn't get it to fix. And I was like, you know what? I think it'll be fine. She should be okay. Well, she noticed as well because she's just as like noticeable on small detail like that. I'm not surprised. But so she tried to turn it and she scratched her like soft touch and everything like that, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I ruined them. So she repurchased the pieces and got a whole nother set of controllers, and so then I need to recase them basically, and like put the new cases on and everything. But maybe we'll do that one of these nights, because it's also an RGB is what I had done. It's an RGB soft touch case with a purple and a cherry blossom pink buttons. It's really cute. So maybe we'll do that one of these nights. Maybe the star can be a sticker. The sticker will not stay on the beads, unfortunately. It'll fall off over time. And it's just mainly because with how the beads work, like people are going to be known to fiddle and play with the beads. So, it's kind of just better not to try and do stickers on them, because the beads do spin, which is why I love bead weaving, is when you get into some of this stuff is that there's a tactile response that you can get, and as such I know it's going to be a habit for somebody that when they realize some of the tactile aspects, they're not going to want to really put it down. So, going back, most tech trends for looks doesn't bother you, the hotness everyone but me seems to love his RGB lighting, and you just don't care about it. Well, and see, that's the thing too. I've always loved like an RGB light with my computers, and it goes as far back as like when it wasn't as popular. So the closest you would get would be like some decoration on your case but you were still having like a fully covered case with just like simple venting and all of that. And my first computer that was technically like more modern and up to date, because the computers that the computer I had been running off of from like middle school into mid high school was an old tower that my dad had. And at that point, my sister had gotten her own computer. She got a pre-built Dell at that point. And then my dad, like, I grown up with 2 computers as well. And then we got a 3rd computer when my mom left her job. So she got a computer that way as well. So we had 3 computers essentially in the house for a little while. But I got the 2nd computer that I grew up with, which was like this small little tower, and it was fine, like for what I was doing. It worked good, it was fine. But because I was wanting to go into 3D animation, my dad and my uncle decided, you know what, let's build you a tower that has the ability to do like rendering processes. But of course they don't like know as much either, and I'm not as familiar either of like what the capabilities are needed. So they were like, we're at the computer store and they're saying like, well, we wanted to be able to do like 3D animation. And like the computer store guys are like saying like, okay, well, you want to do this, this, and this. And it was still like not the most powerful, but it was like obviously a step up from what I had. But that case that I specifically picked out, it had 2, it was like kind of like those clear bubble rods that you would see on some computer cases. It was 2 of those on the front, one on each side vertically. And then there was a little color wheel and a little diode light down at the bottom. And so you could turn on the light and then it would spin and change colors up through this like little bubble tube on each side. And it was really cool and I loved it. And now here it is with like all the RGB and all the lighting that you can get within the case, and you have like the whole see-through transparent case, and you can do these monitors within them as well, and all. And I'm like, oh my god, like towers have gotten like, I don't know what I would have thought if towers were where they are currently, if they were when I was in high school. Like that would have been a lot. Alex, you're gonna go lurk to play in a dungeon and WoW. Thank you so much. We appreciate the lurk. The babies love the cuddles. Yeah, I have not used Captain Tape. Exactly. Or Captain Super Glue. Colonel Hot Glue. Wait. I have one more. Okay, Depuli, what do you got? I asked my wife when is her birthday. She said March 1st. So I walked over the room and asked her again. My mom's a March birthday, so that's a good one. You have a hot glue gun finally. It came from a flooring supplier and near impossible to tip, overclock, or turn on or off unintentionally. Yay, Jason, you have a safe hot glue gun. You like your text stuff to be black. Also, you just don't like the light, and that's probably part of it. Like, you just don't like daylight at all either. So you're just like, everything that can make everything black and dark. That's all you really need. Sterling appreciated that. That was a good one. I like that one. I could see Sterling telling that to some friends now. He's got a new pun he can tell them. Sterling, I'm excited that you're coming up tomorrow. I'm always worried. So, like, okay, this is just me in general, and I think I've kind of talked about it a bit. Is that I always worry that when I'm excited, I don't appear as excited. And it's literally because I'm just trying to, like, make my way through the day. But like even with streams, sometimes like I feel like I'm worried that I'm feigning excitement when I'm actually excited, but I'm feigning it because I'm trying to convey that I'm excited. But then there's other times I'm not feigning, or like I'm not what is it? I'm not showing excitement, so therefore it makes it seem like I'm not excited, and like, but I am, and so I'm yeah. Neurodivergencies, you know, that shit. Yes, it's gonna be fun. Andy's gonna be so excited. He's gonna be like, oh my god, it's the best person ever who plays with me all the time. He does the finger game. And by finger game, it is literally Sterling just like, he sticks his finger like under his leg and Candy gets super excited and then tries to grab it. Because Candy's a cat, you know. Cats like that shit. But it's been a while since you've been up. It's been over a month? Let's see here. You came up shortly before Thanksgiving, I think. So maybe it's been about a month. So it just feels like a long time. Hi, Freebean. What you need? What would you like? Do you need food? Are you hungers? Are you in a snacky mood? If I put down your food, will you eat your own food? Or will you just kind of look at me like you don't know what I expect of you? Candy got down just like, yo, I'm expecting something from this event. It's been a while. Yeah, you played the finger game too, but it started with pull my finger. Alex, when somebody pulls your finger, do you fart? Is that what happens? You fart even when they don't pull your finger? Well, hey, at least your farting functions work. I know that's not how farts work, but you know, I'm gonna pretend like it is. All right, so now we've got another layer with white. With the star. Okay, and then the rest I feel like is gonna be gray. Or like the silver plate. Okay. Direction. There we go. Whoops, go back one. It's a normal body function. You're glad it doesn't require a finger pull. Could you imagine if you had to pull your own finger just so you could fart? That would be like a weird thing to have to do. Daisy would happily do the finger attack game, but then you'd be bleeding a lot. I know. You need to get Daisy used to getting her nails trimmed more frequently. That way you can trim her nails down where they're not as sharp. And speaking of nail trims, actually, I am a couple weeks behind on Freya and Gandy's nail trims. So I will be trying to remember to do that tomorrow morning. Just because with how much they wrestle, I'm just like, yeah, it's better just to make sure that they don't have sharp nails even when they wrestle. That way we don't have any unexpected visits to the ER vet. Okay, and then back to our white. Okay. Gandy is so careful, and you always keep his. Yes, I do. And you do the puppy's nails on Wednesday. How often do you get the puppy's nails, Daniel? Is that like a weekly thing you guys do, or is it more so like every few weeks? I usually try and do Gandy's and Freya's nails each week, just because then one, it helps with moving their quicks back. So then that way, one, if I am missing a week, I'm able to at least have their nails trimmed low, like far enough that they're not super sharp. But then two, it's just kind of nice to have the quicks further back, so then that way you don't have to worry about accidentally traumatizing them by clipping their quicks. Which, as we all know, no one's a fan of having their quick clipped. We don't like it when our nail beds get lifted up off of our nails. No, thank you. Alrighties. Let's see what we're looking like here. Oh, this looks kind of... Well, and part of it, too, is we're on a gray background, so that does not help us. Let's see, and we'll probably want to go... Let's see, zoom. Is there a way I can... So, like, I think 12.5 is usually, like, about this size. So, let me see how it looks with a different color background real quick. We need to revise the white on the outer gray ring. And I feel like the white on the star is a little off. So maybe I'll probably need to revise that. Let's see, let's do a file save. And then we're gonna reopen this so it's at least straightened. All right, and then it's okay. We still need to tweak it. We still need to tweak it around. I was gonna say, yeah, we're up way past my bedtime. But hey, we finished up our absinthe for the night, so that's good. Every few weeks, Tyrion's nails are easy. Thorin's are hard since Tyrion has clear and Thorin has black. Yeah, that's the one thing that I am so thankful for with the cats, is that they have clear nails. And as such, it is so much easier to do. Black nails, I would be terrified of like accidentally like not knowing or something. And I know part of it is like you get used to it and you figure out like what, like how to identify it, or like you can look at the back of the nail sometimes, but I'm still just always like, oh dear God. Like, sounds terrifying. And so, all right, we got our design saved, so we're good there. Okay, yeah, I need to figure out. Whoops. Okay, well, I just killed our music, but oh well. I didn't think about that. But yeah, let's see here. So, all right, yeah, we got ourselves started on our design, which is the good part. Now we just have to tweak it around and get it to where I like it. And so, yeah, so let's see here. Part of me is like, should we raid? Let's just see who's on. I'm tired enough that I'm like, I don't know if I can even like chit chat a little bit on a raid as much. So depending on who we go to, if we do that, there's not too many people on. Crash is on. Crash is an old employee I used to work with. And he is playing Eve. I think let's just not worry about a raid tonight. How about that? And then that way I can just focus on going to bed, because I'm tired now. So, but you guys, thank you. Raid. Don't raid. Alex. Could also raid a bigger channel like Bob Ross or something. Yeah, that's true. But I think I'm just gonna let it be. We're not gonna worry about a raid tonight. But you guys, thanks for hanging out so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you to, let's see here, what was it? Daniel, thank you so much for this the sub, as well as the biddies. And Sterling, thank you so much for the biddies as well. I really appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. And I'm just gonna check to make sure we didn't miss any other biddies. So, all right, you guys, I will see you on Sunday. We'll be playing some more Stray. I'm excited because I've been thinking about Stray a lot this week. So, but I've been waiting to play it on stream. So, there's all that. But I will see you guys on Sunday, and you have a wonderful rest of the night or a wonderful rest of the day if you live in the future. And yeah, let's see here. Let's go to this screen for a little bit, you know, this one, that one. There we go. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful night or a wonderful day. I will see you all on Sunday. Bloodv is doing a hot tub and twerking stream. Alex, maybe next time. How about that? Next time. I'll support you in all things. Thank you, Alex. But She won't notice the braid. Well, if it doesn't help the charity, that doesn't help, right? But anyways, all right. I'll see you guys on Sunday before I just start rambling because I do that anyways. So thank you again for all of the donos and the subscriptions and helping out the kids this month with charity. And I will see you on Sunday. I've said that like 3 times. So, all right. Bye.